go ahead and start reviewing. 1 tablespoon equals, hold up your fingers. How many? How many teaspoons? There are 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So Joseph, I saw your fingers go up for the correct answer for that one. How about a ton? How many pounds in a ton? Say it.
2,000
2,000. Good job. 2,000 pounds in a ton. 2,000 pounds in a ton. A score we mentioned before, but don't know if you remember. It's a newer one too. How many years in a score? Okay, Amina?
20.
Very good. Excellent job. 20 years in a score. Good. So Abraham Lincoln in his famous speech, 407 years ago, remember that? I said that before. 4 score would be how many years?
I know.
What's 4 times 20? Mokes?
4 times 20. 60? 80. I mean
80. 80. Together, 1 foot equals
12 inches.
12 inches. 1 dozen things equals
12 things.
12 things. 1 mile equals,
5,280 yards.
that's 5,280 feet.
Oh, wait, then
So it's the other one.
1,700.
Is that what you were going to say, Kayam? Say it.
1,260.
Close. 1,000. There's another.
1,760 yards.
Yes. I want everyone to look at that one. 1,760 yards. Good job. And we got to remember these big numbers for those ones. That's going to help you out as we get to more of these. Can you see that? Measurement problems. Memorizing these. For now, know the feet, know the yards, know the inches, know the quarts, know the gallons, and a few other ones that we did, like the 3 teaspoons and tablespoons. And these other ones will come up later in some of those. So we'll keep practicing those. All right, can you see this? Or do I need to get it closer? I know when you have all the boxes, it's harder to see. Okay, ready? I want you just to say the number. That say what the answer is.
10.
10.
9.
9.
16.
16. Good.
16. 13.
13.
14.
14. Good. Here's one that, this one.
Can't see it.
Now, can you see it?
Yeah. 15.
15. Good job. 9 plus 4.
13.
13. 6 plus 8.
13. 14. 14.
8, 14. 9 plus 9.
18.
18. Let's see. 5 plus, can you see it? 5 plus 7.
12.
12. So you should know those. Could each of you, because I couldn't hear all of you. I think I heard one boy down there. A couple boys I heard. You should know it right away, right? You should know it within a couple seconds, right? So if you really know it. And so that's good that we review those, because our addition facts need to be there, because we're going on to multiplication, and we're going to look up here now. Can you see this? Okay, I tried to write it big. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll say them in case you cannot. Can everyone see that? That's a 9. 9 plus 4? It's what?
13.
13 plus 3?
16.
16.
16.
Plus 9? Plus 9?
25.
That's right. Good job, Natalie. 25. I'm going to put my 5 here, carry my 2. 2 plus 3,
5,
5 plus 8
5,
plus 8
13,
plus 6.
thir-
What's 3 plus 6? 13 plus 6. Someone?
19,
9
19,
plus 8.
19,
20,
27,
27,
Okay. 2 plus 4.
6,
6,
6 plus
6,
8 plus 8. What's 6 plus 8?
14,
16,
Plus 5.
19,
19. It's still 19. So we want to get to where we should be able to go that fast. Can we do it that fast? So we should be able to go, oh, 1 plus 5, 6, plus 7, 13,
13,
5, plus 13, 18,
25,
25. Then we're going to put our comma. And Gracie, unmute yourself and tell us, where am I going to put my comma?
between the 5 and the 9,
Very good. Good job. And how do we say that number?
25,975.
Good job. Can everyone raise your hand if you can see the numbers on the board? Because last time there were some they couldn't quite see. You can see I try to write it big. Now look at this problem here. What do you notice that's different about this problem than some we've had in the past? We may have had one like this, but not very much. Not very much. Kayam, do you notice anything?
it's dollars.
Very good. It's with money and there's dollars and there's a dollar sign there, isn't there? See in the answer or in the dividend, we have the divisor and the dividend here. That means it's money. Now, what I want you to do when you see those, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
You will get marked down if you don't include your dollar sign and decimal point, and you know that already from multiplying money. Now you need to, when you divide, remember that. So what I would do is in my answer, you see how there's a dollar sign there? I would just bring it up in my answer and put a dollar sign there as soon as you start so you don't forget, okay? And then look at the decimal point. See how it says $2.34? There's a decimal point there. I would put a decimal point right at the very beginning. Just go see where the decimal point is there. Go straight up above, right above it, and just put a decimal point. Can you see that? And there should be 2 places on the right side of the decimal point. Raise your hand if you understand that. Understand that? Okay. So that way you don't forget, because so often they'll work the whole problem and the numbers will be there, but then the decimal point won't be there. Now, if the decimal point's not there, and let's say you just had 234, $234 is a lot more than $2.34, isn't it? Now, if we're going to divide, is our number going to get bigger or smaller? Someone raise their hand. Raise your hand like we're in class. Is your number going to get bigger or smaller? Joseph, is your hand raised? Is my number going to get bigger or smaller when I divide? Joseph, tell us. It's going to get bigger.
No.
What?
No.
It's not going, it's no what?
Not gonna get larger.
Right, so it's going to get smaller, isn't it?
Yep.
So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because when you divide and you get your answer at the end, if we started out with $2.34, you know your number's going to be smaller at the end, isn't it? And so just have that in your mind. If you end up with a bigger number, maybe because of the decimal point, then something's probably wrong, isn't it? It's going to be smaller than $2.34, isn't it? So just have that to help you understand if when you're checking your answer. Okay. Well, let's do.
Slowing the stuff down.
Okay. 3, we look at the 2. Can 3 go with 2? You might need to mute yourself for a minute there. I'm gonna mute you, okay? And when you answer, you can unmute yourself. 3 goes into 2. Can 3 go into 2? Yes or no? No. Can 3 go into 23? Yes. What? Someone raised their hand. What would be the number? How many times? Emma, or I'm sorry. Yeah, Emma?
7.
7. Is 7 times 3? Okay, that's close to 23, isn't it? So I'm going to put my 7. Where am I going to put my 7? Above what, Emma?
The 3.
Above the 3. Do you see how putting that decimal point there at the beginning is helping me out, isn't it? Isn't it? Because I have nothing above the 2. I have a decimal and my 7's on the other side of that decimal point, isn't it? That's helping me out to get the right answer. And I'm thinking, so this is going to be less than $1, isn't it? Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because we only have $2.34 to start with, and it's going to get smaller, right? Okay, I think we're on the right track. 7 times 3. And raise your hand if you know the answer. Mokes? Unmute yourself. 21. I'm going to write 21 down here. And then I'm going to subtract. And what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Natalie, what's it going to be?
Oh, wait, I have to see it. 1 second. Now I can see it. 2.
So 3,
That's right, 2.
3 minus 1's what?
2. 2.
2. Yes, 2. And then we look here. That's just going to be nothing, isn't it? So I don't even have to write anything if I don't want to. I wanted to write a 0. 2. We compare. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. And then we look over here. Is there something to bring down? Yes, I bring down my 4. And when I bring it down, draw your arrow just up above. Don't draw it too far, so you have room to write it, right? And I bring down my 4 just like that. See that? Now I have 24. Am I done? Yes or no? Oh, I got to go again. 3 into 24. Notice when I start my steps over, I'm looking at what I just brought down and what number is there, and divide my divisor into it. 3 times what would be 24 is a way to think about it, where we can get the answer. And Joseph, what is it? What is it? What's the answer?
Wait, can you repeat it again?
I'm dividing 3 into 24. How many times?
7 times?
7 times 3 is 21.
Oh, 8 times.
8. We can go one more time, can't we?
Yep.
So I'm going to put an 8 up here. 8 times 3 is what, Joseph?
24?
So it goes right exactly, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
4. Then we subtract. And what do we get?
0.
0. We don't have a remainder. It works out great. And it's a good thing since it's money, isn't it?
Yes.
It would be hard for us at this point because we haven't learned how to do that with money yet. But the answer is what? 78.
78 cents.
If I were to check this,
0.78.
78 cents times our divisor of 3,
3.
we hope equals $2.34. So let's try it. 8 times 3,
24.
24, carry my 2. 7 times 3,
21.
1 plus 2.
23.
Cross it out. 23. Now, I look at my decimal point in my top number, and then I look,
Yes.
how many places are there? 1, 2, right?
2.
So
Yeah.
when I go in my answer, I want to go start on this side here on the right, and I go over 2 places and put my decimal point. Whenever I'm multiplying with decimals, count how many count how many numbers are to the right of the decimal, and that's how many in my answer. Okay. And it's a good thing too, because aren't those the same numbers? $2.34.
Yes.
34 cents. We check it and it's correct. It's the same number, isn't it? So we know we've done it correctly. So the only difference is we're working with some decimals now. And that's good preparation for what's to come very, very soon. Any question on that? And again, if you are watching this video later, because I'm going to upload this for the rest of you to watch later, and you aren't quite sure, you can replay it. And even if you're here, right here, those of you that are here, if you want to play it again later, you can play it again later. If you start working, you say, what was that again? Now, how about these? Can you see that one? 4 feet plus 5 inches equals how many inches? Now, what did I say that was the first thing to do on this kind? Folks, unmute. Unmute yourself.
You have, and then you have to do is blank and then inches and then blank and inches and blank and inches.
Good. We look at what they ask for. In the answer, they want us to put it in inches. So that's the one we got to make everything. Okay. We make everything inches because that's the one it's asking for. And we can just put blanks, right? Inches, and make everything inches, inches, inches. We'll put any equal sign we need or any addition sign we need with blanks, and blanks in front of all the inches, right? Now, are these the same or different? These ones here, 5 inches and inches is the same. So what do we do?
Yeah.
What do we
You just bring down the 5.
You just bring it down because we don't have to solve anything. We just put a 5 there. Because it's already in inches, we don't have to solve. How about these? Are these the same? No, they're not the same. So what does that mean we have to do?
You have to put a box around it.
Good. We have to box it and solve it, don't we? So again, this big box is just to draw attention to it, that this is the one we're solving. We're not solving this one. We're solving this one. Feet to inches. Step 1 is what?
If it's larger to smaller or smaller to larger.
That's right. I'm going to go like this. Give us a little more room, maybe. And is it larger to smaller or smaller to larger?
Larger to smaller.
That's right. Now everyone look at me. Remember our little ditty here. Larger to smaller, what?
Is multiply.
It looks like a multiplication sign when we do that. Larger to smaller, multiply. So we know to multiply. That's the first step. Step number 2. What's step number 2?
What's the special number?
What's the special number?
That's why 1 foot equals 12 inches.
Yes, we look at how many of the small ones makes one of the big ones. And the special number is 12. Now I need someone else. Mochi really helped out, but maybe someone else can help me out now. Caitlin, I haven't really heard from you. Can you hear me? Or maybe I did a little, but not in a while. What are we going to do, Caitlin, to solve this?
4 times 12.
Good. We're going to take, we know we're going to multiply. That was step 1. we know we're going to multiply by 12. And what we multiply by 12 is whatever that other number up here is, right? 4 times 12. 4 times 12. And what is it?
48.
Okay, 48. And then let's write it up here in the blank, 48. But we're not done yet, are we? Gracie. What's the answer going to be? 48 inches plus 5 inches equals what?
53 inches.
53 inches. And I'm going to put it in the blank there, which is probably looks small to you because there wasn't a lot of space I left myself. And then in the original blank, we're going to write it there too. So it may look like you're writing it twice, but that's okay. That's actually good for you to write it twice. 53 inches. 4 feet plus 5 inches equals 53 inches. Now, some of you might get to the point where, hey, in my head, I know that 4 feet is 48 inches because there's 12 and 1, and there's 4 of them. Plus 5, 48 plus 5 is 53. So for some problems, some of you might get to the point where you can kind of do that in your head, even on some of these. But still work through your steps because they'll get harder, and you need to know how to do it this way, working through the steps. Any questions on that? Again, you can always replay the video. And this is our lesson. Now, math today is lesson 28, 51, and 52. There's a language video. Any question on language? I go through on the language video about using lie, lay, sit, set. This can be a challenge. So watch the language video and you'll do page 31 in that. And then there's a history and science video that will help you review some things, the map, and read some pages there. And keep studying your spelling list because when you come back, we're going to have a spelling test. I'm just going to give you a spelling test as soon as you come back so that we don't get too far behind. Any question? There's a Bible video too. Now, if you feel like, okay, there's all these things we're supposed to do, and you don't know what your assignments are sometimes till later in the day, but maybe in the morning you're still finishing up stuff from the day before, or some of you probably know it's going to be the next math page, don't you? So you could go ahead and do your review part of your math page in the morning, right? Even if we haven't done this yet, right? Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand me? And so just keep going, because when you come back to school, you're going to want to have all these things, these pages should be done, right? Even though we haven't been there. So ask me, and we're running out of time. So this video is about to end. But if you have a question, I'll answer it. Moksh?
That's why it's list 6, right? When we have to come back and we have to take the spelling test.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll just start the next list, but we'll just take that as soon as we come back because we weren't able to do it till now. Kaya? Yes? Kayam, did you want to say something? Okay, say it. I can't hear you.
I can't remember.
Oh, well, if you think of it, send them. You can send a message to me or tell your mom, and I will try to answer that. Okay. Well, if anyone doesn't understand something about language, we could have gone over that too. Lie and lay are going to be the hard ones on that. So watch that video, and you can